Hello everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, loud and clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Vedashri, that was. Thank you. Okay, so I'm Sumedha and I will be teaching you legal reasoning. Okay, so before I give my introduction, I would like to, have this one-on-one with every one of you so that even you know who are your classmates, who are going to learn with you. Okay, so what I want to hear from you is first your name and from where you are. Okay, and what exciting things you are doing in lockdown. Yes, someone
దీంట్లో
said something.
1.6 అయితే ಈ ಫೋನ್ ನೀವು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರು ಮುಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 700 ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆನೆ 500 ಆಗೋಗಿತ್ತು
Can you go on mute? Can you go on mute,
ಹಾ
Dhyan?
ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತಾ 1.6
Dhyan, can you go on mute?
ನೋಡಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್
Okay, so guys, can you introduce yourself and tell me what exciting thing you are doing in lockdown and what is it that what is your inspiration of taking up law? I would like to know that. And with that note, can we start with Kirti? Kirti, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, ma'am. I'm Kirti from Ahmednagar, Maharashtra.
Okay.
I'm studying in 12th Commerce Science
Okay. And
in the Residential Junior College of Ahmednagar.
okay. What is it that you are doing in lockdown and what inspired you to take up CLAT?
Um, I'm not doing some special in lockdown. My daily routine is get up, um, cooking. I do cooking.
Okay. Okay.
Painting. I like painting, drawing.
Great. Okay. And what is your inspiration of taking up law?
My inspiration of taking off law is Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we all know him because he is an amazing man
Mm-hmm.
and he is our.
Okay. We can't hear you.
Hello.
Yeah. Now you're audible again. Yeah, you were saying something. So that's the reason you have taken up law, right?
Yes.
That's great, Kirti. Okay. What about Daniel?
Hello, ma'am. My name is Daniel, and I'm currently in 12th. I'm giving my 12th exams this year,
Mm-hmm.
and my stream is commerce.
Mm-hmm.
And why I chose law is because a couple of my cousins are doing law, and I've seen and heard stories that they've told about different cases they've handled,
Uh-huh.
and also the amount of money they earn. So yeah, and what I've been doing in lockdown, pretty much, we have classes from morning till afternoon, and then tuition, and then coaching. So basically, just studying all throughout. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Okay, no worries. Uh okay, Daniel. After Daniel, who will go? Dhyan, will you introduce yourself?
hi ma'am my name is Dhyan. I'm 16 years old. I'm from Bangalore. I just finished my boards this year.
Mm-hmm.
10th boards. What inspired me to study law is nothing much. I wanted to write civils, so I thought a law background for that would be good.
Okay.
And from my childhood, all my teachers were telling, "Oh boy, you argue a lot. Why couldn't you take law? It would be good for you." So I took their complaint as a compliment, and I thought of
Oh, ho,
joining
ho,
law.
ho. Dhyan, you are very interesting. I could sense it.
Thank you.
But later, like, never ever go on. Don't unmute yourself if you are speaking with someone else. That too, it was a loud conversation.
So much. So.
Okay. That was Dhyan. Then Azman. Can you introduce yourself? Azman, are you there? Yeah, Azman Asgar. Are you not there on the call? Okay. Can you introduce yourself, Priyanshu? You're not audible.
Yes, ma'am. Am I?
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, go ahead and tell us about yourself.
My name is Priyanshu Mishram, and I am from Maharashtra, Nagpur.
Mm-hmm.
And I have passed my 12th this year only,
Mm-hmm.
and I am preparing for this exam now.
What is your inspiration?
Inspiration means as I want a commercial field, and due to that's why only the reason because of the commercial field I want to join,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I thought that it will help me.
Okay. I'm hopeful that it will help you. Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
then, Tanmay, can you introduce yourself?
Hi ma'am, my name is Tanmay and I am from Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh,
Okay.
and I am studying 12th standard from commerce background.
Okay.
And why I have chosen law is I listened good name about law, good future in law. They have told everyone. That's
Okay. Okay. Great. So your colleges have you searched, and are you also aiming for Nalsar
yes ma'am,
because it's in Hyderabad?
yes ma'am.
Yes. Great. Okay. Then we have Vedashri.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can you
Hello,
introduce
everyone.
yourself?
I'm Vedashri Artsue from Chipun, Maharashtra. Um, I studied in 10th last year. I've completed my boards of 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm in 11th Arts in
Mm-hmm.
Kolhapur, Shantiniketan, CBSE Arts.
Mm-hmm.
My inspiration to choose law as a career was its impressive salaries. And I even desire to become a judge, successful judge in future,
Okay. Okay.
so
That's
that it
great.
would be a government job. And I'm a bit aspired by the prestige and the status the government servants have in the society.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Himansh, can you introduce yourself? Himansh and Azman are left. Otherwise, we have covered everything. And I'm not sure who is yeah, Nilesh. So Azman, Nilesh, and Himansh, and even Devendra. So can you guys introduce yourself one by one? Can we start with you, Nilesh? Where are you guys? Are you not able to hear me?
Hi, ma'am. This is
Yeah,
Azman.
Himansh, tell me.
This is Azman, ma'am.
Okay, Azman. Tell Azman.
Hi, everyone. I'm Azman Ahmed Asgar from Bangalore. I've just finished my first PUC and I'm promoted to second PUC. After I'm studying arts and I want to do law because From my childhood, I've seen my father working like in those fields. I've seen my father and I've seen the power of law and the power of a lawyer and the respect for lawyer and how much you can earn in law field. So I am inspired a lot from childhood about law. So I'm studying law, and my father also suggested me to take law and study law to I can be the independent person.
Correct.
Dep- that that's it. In lockdown, I'm just chilling in my home only. I'm not going out,
That's
watching
great.
Netflix, sleeping.
Okay, so which is your favorite series as of now?
Always I see Marvel, Money Heist, Dark, but I like superheroes web series.
Okay, that's great. Okay, thank you, Asman. Then we
Thank
have
you, man.
Nilesh. Can you go next?
What should I say now? I recently joined, so I don't know what you're discussing about.
Okay, so I'm just asking everyone to introduce themselves, giving some background of what you're doing in lockdown, plus what is your inspiration of joining law, appearing for CLAT.
My inspiration for joining law is nothing much like I like corporate law. That's it. Completely
Corporate law.
fascinated to it. Yeah,
Okay.
that all those share stocks, merger, acquisition, IPOs, all those bullshit shit, all this together, right?
Okay. And how do you know about it?
That my dad,
Oh, okay. Great. So he's a lawyer?
he's in a lawyer.
Okay.
He's in architecture.
Okay. Okay. Great. So something different you want to do from your dad
Yeah,
in the field of corporate.
yeah.
Great. And lockdown, what are you doing?
Currently enjoying that set.
Great.
Watching all series like Harry Potter. I didn't see Harry Potter till now, so I saw it now.
Oh, okay. So thank you. That was
Yeah,
great.
okay.
Then we have Devendra only left now. Devendra, can you go next? Are you there, Devendra? Okay. Maybe some network issue. Okay, have I left anyone? Is there anyone who can speak and we are not able to hear, or you want to go and introduce yourself? No? Okay. With that note, let's start today's class, okay? And I will be giving you, as some people were not there in the beginning, so let me tell, like from the very beginning, I am Sumedha. I will be teaching you legal reasoning, okay? So earlier, if you, most of you must be knowing that this year only the CLAT syllabus has been changed, right? So earlier we used to know that these are the four topics, these are the four law subjects that are confirmly there in the in your syllabus, okay? So with that, like for example, CLAT for CLAT, constitutional law was there, okay? Then torts was there, then criminal law was there, and contracts was there, okay? So out of these four law subjects, we were even knowing that what are the chapters that will be coming to your exam, right? But now this year only the syllabus has been changed, right? So now what is coming is the passage based. Now most of you even must be aware of what is the passage kind of syllabus, right? But what you had till now, in English passages, that is, those are different passages. Why? Because sometimes we know that, if we have to search, if we are in like we don't have much time, so what we do when we solve English passages is, okay, this is the paragraph, here it is, a related question is there, so we try to search that paragraph's answer in that paragraph only, okay? That is what we used to do till now. But how legal reasoning and how legal passages are different is, see, everything will be served in your plate, right? It means that the passage will have all the information except one or two questions, right? So if at all, for example, if they're asking you about the Ayodhya judgment, okay, so you are supposed to know, though the passage is elaborative about what is there in the Ayodhya judgment, right, and what is like what the author wants to say, but at the same time they are expecting you to know what is Ayodhya judgment, okay. So what is the background of Ayodhya judgment? What is the law that has been related with Ayodhya judgment, right? So obviously everyone knows that it is a Hindu-Muslim question, and then how it came, how the judgment came, and everything. Can all of you go on mute, guys, because it is disturbing the whole class. Yeah, make sure whenever the class is on and you are on the call, make sure that you are muting yourself unless you do not have any question to ask. Okay? So that is how it is different. But do you have any questions on the pattern of the exam? No?
Yeah, I
Anyone,
have.
like
No,
any
ma'am,
question
no.
on the pattern? Yeah, Nilesh, tell me.
Yeah. So like, there's no need of studying anything like external law, nothing, right? So whatever everything is given the passage, you need to just use some common sense to write it. That's it, right?
No, it's not about just the common sense. It's like you have to have information about that background subject. Okay. So,
Okay.
for example, as I was telling you about the Ayodhya judgment, right?
Hmm.
So, Ayodhya judgment, as if I'll tell you now, you just know that it is between Hindu and Muslim, right? And how the judgment came, right? It was on Babri
Yeah.
Masjid and all. Now, what you are supposed to know is what is the law which is related to Ayodhya judgment. Okay. So, it is obviously right to religion, right?
Okay.
And
So you
then
mean like that?
yes, right, and then they might ask you some question which is not given in the passage, and
Hmm.
then that is like you are supposed to answer that question, because 5 questions will be asked on each passage. So maybe
Okay.
3 you are able to get it from the passage, but again they are checking your legal reasoning. They are not simply asking you like how they ask you for English subject, right? They want to
Okay.
check what is your thinking process, how you think about law. So
Hmm.
and the answers are like out of 4 answers which will be given to you, 2 will be like, okay, these 2 are only the answers, okay. And that's why it is very important that you have to have knowledge about that passage and that subject, so you are very sure that no, only one is the answer, and this is only the closest fit. Okay, so that we are planning to train you in, so that we will be taking care. We will be taking the maximum passages after each law chapter. We will be taking passages. So 2 passages I'll ask you to solve here, and then 2 passages for your test, and likewise we will try to acquire as many topics as possible. Okay, that is
Okay.
one thing. Now, as I said, syllabus, no one is having the syllabus of CLAT as of now. Okay, so what they have been telling us is the CLAT symposium is that whatever the recent topics are there, okay, so 2019 was full of judgments which were completely new, right? Like homosexuals, like then we got Ayodhya also, then we got several other judgments. So we will try to cover each one of those. Okay, now on this note, some people will ask, then what about we are writing it 2 years later? Then how it will be useful for us, right? So for example, CAA, that is Citizenship Amendment Bill, right, which was in very much topic, which was in very much debate. So obviously now that topic, it won't finish that sooner, because now the case has been gone to Supreme Court and the judgment will come, and we never knew when the judgment will come. So don't think about all these things that I am not appearing now, I'll be appearing later, and then what will be the issues and all. No, right now you have to focus on how much I can grab the information, right? Because no information will go waste, and try to have that legal reasoning thing in your mind. Okay, that is more important, how to think about the whole passage. Okay, how you can think about the law, because see, law is our responsibility. Obviously that topic information also we will give you, but ultimately it's you who will be applying that legal reasoning, right? So be very attentive for classes. If for some reason you are not able to attend, let us know beforehand so that we know, and we are giving that recording to you. Do not miss the classes unless it's very, very, very urgent. So on that note, let's start today's class. So let me introduce myself. I am Sumedha. I have done my law from Nalsar Law School, Hyderabad. And that's why I'm very fond of Andhrites, because I was in Andhra for so long when I was in Nalsar, and I got too many Telugu friends and other friends also. But I used to love Hyderabad when I was there. And let me tell you the kind of opportunities you will be getting in Nalsar, okay? Because see, if you even see the list, so Nalsar and NLU Bangalore, they keep changing the places. So for some year, Nalsar will be on top. For some years, NLU Bangalore will be on top. So that depends. But when you are studying, so now your aim should be only these two colleges, okay? Either Hyderabad or Bangalore. You shouldn't be aiming for Lucknow. You shouldn't be aiming for any other law colleges. Your aim should always be high, because these two are the best, and you should always compete for the best. Do you agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no, yeah, okay. Keep answering, guys, otherwise
Yes,
I
ma'am.
feel that I'm alone speaking and you guys are sleeping.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it shouldn't be the case. So yes, so we were talking about Nalsar. So what kind of opportunities or what exposure you will be getting if you will if you'll be able to cross this CLAT exam and go into this national law schools. So what happened during my time? Okay, I was not sure. I gave CLAT, but I was not sure whether I will be able to qualify or not, because obviously CLAT is such a big exam, right? So that time I even gave for symbiosis, and for symbiosis the exam is separate, right? And then you have to also cross the GD, that is group discussion. So I was even taking classes for how to be good in group discussion, how to break that ice and everything. So parallelly I was feeling this as well as I was planning for CLAT as well. So what happened, like for me, I that day I already gave the exam, okay, and my first preference was Nalsar only. And here I was giving that day exam in Simbi, and after my exam we even cracked the GD, and on the same day they gave the decision, right? So I was ready with my check to the like principal and everything, because we never knew what will happen for CLAT, because for CLAT so much competition is there. So I do not wanted to lose my chances for Simbi as well. So I, like, there was a one person in front of me, okay, and I was behind. And when this person was giving his forms and everything, I got a call. I got a call from my senior, and he was like, you know what, you made us like so proud because you got into Nalsar. And I just saw the list and you got through it. And I was like, okay, I was not understanding how to react, because I was not sure and I was already having a check in my hand. And I was really confused, and there was no one, because obviously I'm sitting in principal's office, so I can't chat there, that what should I do and all. I immediately came out and I was like, okay, this is what I'm going. If I'm getting a better chance, obviously, why will I go for Simbi? And then I was like, okay, now I have to just wrap up everything and I have to, plan for Hyderabad. And that was the best thing happened to me. And I even remember the result. I remember the day. I remember the phone call, because, that is something so big that happened to you, your dream college, the biggest one. And during all this process, because my father was there in Simbi also, he saw the symbiosis, he saw the other law colleges also. So when he came with me in Nalsar, I mean, the campus is so huge and the environment, and he was like, Are you sure? Are you sure you can, stay also here? Because it's like all that environment, that vibes, all like you don't feel like you're in India. So and then I was like, yes, I'm very sure. I'm very sure if I can crack the exam, obviously I can even deal with the environment. It is that hi-fi, guys. You get that atmosphere, that feel, and the moment you get into it, they also give you that kind of respect that you are really the best of the students, right? Because they also know that it's not easy to crack CLAT. That too, cracking CLAT and coming to either Nalsar or NLU, Bangalore. Okay, so keep that in mind. Do not just say that okay, Nagpur is very nearby because I'm Maharashtrian, so I'll go to Nagpur. Don't do that. Okay, because I am in this state, so I will prefer this. Don't do that. Just aim for either NLU or Nalsar. Okay, so that is first thing. Second thing, whenever I am teaching you, okay, try to take notes, okay, and those notes, like whatever you are writing down, whatever you are understanding, uh, do that. This is one mantra of study, okay. 20% read and 80% recite. So what you have to do, I'm not asking you to study law every day, but whatever I am teaching you, okay, like, so because I will be having weekly one session with you guys, so I roll it every time, every day. When you are getting up, just I roll it whatever I have taught you, okay. Because in my class, I have that habit of revising, okay. So I will be revising the whole class with you, plus I will be asking you guys also, okay, can someone revise what happened in last class. So I don't want you to be absent minded in the class, because in the next class you are the one who will be answering and who will be revising, okay. So be mindful about it, just not because like how you introduced yourself, right? From that I got to know that no one is forcing you to take up law. It's your decision, right, to take up the law. So now you have to prove that you are the best, because you're going for the best, right? We are not going to get settled on any ordinary college. We are only aiming for the best. Now I will be telling you what are the benefits of aiming the best, okay. So when you do
Mom,
admission, yeah, who's that?
Nilesh, I have a doubt. Like, what was the
Yeah,
subject you took for specialization?
my specialization was consti.
Constitutional thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not sure. Like, what does it come under? Criminal, civil, or
It is the law of the land. It
okay,
basically covers the civil. Yeah, it doesn't give anything, but it is the law of the land. So it is superior to all the laws, and all the laws, whatever civil or criminal, they have to be on the line of
okay.
Constitution of
And
India.
I have another doubt. Like, this
Yes.
international trade laws, international space law, all these things are there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So under what do they come into?
See, it is all specialization. Okay. So it
Hmm.
won't, now when you will take up LLB, it won't come under that. It will be only international law and human rights and all. But when you want to specialize in that, it will come under international law, trade law. Okay. So now you will be having a company law. But later, when you want to
Okay,
specialize, then trade law you can take. It will be related to company law and all that.
I
So
get it.
Nalsar was having, like when I did Consti, that time they were having trade law. So I am aware of that. Yeah.
And which rank did you get?
I was seventh ranked.
Oh, great. Out
Okay.
of 200, how much?
What,
How much out of
200?
200? Like, out of 200 marks, how much did you score?
Mine was one 170 in 170s. I don't remember the exact digit.
Oh,
Yeah, that time. So I was lucky enough. But anyways, so coming now, okay, what are the benefits of getting into NLUs or NALSAR? So NLU life, I don't know much, but we have other teachers who are from NLU, so they can tell you better. But I can tell you about NALSAR, okay? So in NALSAR also, like when you are studying, right? So there also you have to compete with the best of brains, right? And now if you are coming in the tops, okay, so if you are one among the 5 toppers, so always you will be getting opportunities to represent the college one or the other place, right? So when I was in Nalsar, that time they came up, there was a program which was like the topper from Nalsar, okay, and then there were like other 15 toppers from all over India, from different national law schools, and the Simbi as well was there, okay, and then the 15 best brains of USA. Okay, so they were from Nevada and different different states. I don't remember except 2 or 3. So they were there with us. So the plan was that this 15 people who are coming from USA and the 15 best brains from India, uh, there were the best of teachers who will be introducing this 30 students to overall system, like how the government works, how the judiciary works. So there were visits which were planned especially to Supreme Court of India, Tihar jail, which is the biggest jail in India, okay. So and all the other like human rights offices and all which were in Delhi, okay. So that time when I was studying, Jessica Lal case came up. Everyone knows about Jessica Lal case. There was a movie as well on this topic, No One Killed Jessica, if you guys have watched.
No, ma'am.
No, not a single person
Ma'am, I've
knows.
heard about the movie, but not the case.
Okay, watch the movie today. I'm telling you, watch the movie if you get time, okay? Rather than just doing something time pass on Netflix, watch No One Killed Jessica and you will have a fair idea about the case. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. So the whole class was so designed that morning we have to give a presentation on one subject that is in India, which is happening, like the current subject, and then on the same subject the US person will also represent that what is the situation about this in their country, okay. And then after that we have to visit that particular place, whichever is like whatever has been planned. So that same day, I still remember I gave a presentation on Jessica Lal case. Okay, so what happened in Jessica Lal case is there was a girl who was a celebrity, okay, but a struggling celebrity. So not very famous like Shah Rukh Khan and all, but a struggling celebrity. So in Delhi and big metropolitan cities, what happens is if you get such kind of celebrities for bartenders, like as bartenders, then the customer flow will increase of that restaurant because to watch that celebrity, right? And that is the trend actually in the big cities. So that day the restaurant called Tamarind, there Jessica Lal was serving as a bartender, okay. So it so happened that day during around 12 o'clock, okay, when they are about to close the restaurant, 3 gentlemen entered the restaurant, okay, that whole club. And one of those 3 fellows is Manu Sharma. So Manu Sharma is जो कहते हैं ना बड़े बाप की बिगड़ी औलाद, right? So he is one of that. He is a son of a politician. So he just comes there and he asks Jessica to serve him a beer. Then Jessica says that it is over, sir. We cannot serve you because we don't have it first and the time is also over. He says that I will pay you extra if you give me. She says, even if you pay me 1,000 rupees extra, I will not be serving you. Okay. And that thing goes something into his mind. How can she deny me? Okay. How can she say no to me? I am Manu Sharma. Who the hell she is that, she's denying me a drink. And he takes out his gun and he shoots her. So after that shot, she was dead there. Okay. And when the case goes to court, it was so proved that time Manu Sharma was not in the on that place, okay. And out of all the people who were present, like more than 200 people, none of them saw him shooting her. So none of them saw that it was him who did the murder, right? Because obviously it is a murder case and evidence is must. And in such cases, it shouldn't be hearsay evidence. Now, what is hearsay? That is, hear means just by hearing or seeing, it is not enough. So here you have to have a physical evidence that, okay, if someone is telling that, he's the one, and this is what happened, and this is what we have seen, and I can vouch for it. So that person will be a person who will be giving testimony. टेस्टिमनी एज इन सबूत जो बोलते हैं, राइट? हिंदी मूवीज में आपने देखा होगा, जो भी सबूत देते हैं उनको इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं कि टेस्टिमनी. तो ये भी होता है कि कभी फिर वो टेस्टिमनीज बदल जाते हैं, उनको बहुत ज्यादा दे आर इन प्रेशर कि यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू टेल दिस, अदरवाइज दे स्टार्ट ब्लैकमेलिंग द पीपल एंड ऑल, right? So this is what happened in Mano Sharma's case, and the case was somehow proven that, okay, it is not Mano Sharma's fault, or Mano Sharma was not there, and none of them saw him shooting Jessica. Then what happened when doing this bartending? Now everyone is getting my case, or I am alone speaking? Got the case?
We are getting,
Yeah,
ma'am.
ma'am, getting it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, got it.
So, okay, great. So I'm getting good response. So again, back to the case. So that day, she was not alone there. Okay, there was one more Bengali friend who was also a struggling actor. Can you go on mute if you don't have any question? Yeah. Okay, so that time her friend was also there with her, and he was also a struggling actor. He was the only one actually who was very much fond of Jessica, and he was ready to give, but then somehow the circumstances was so changed that he was like, वैसे भी वो मर चुकी है, now I have to think about my career. Guys, can you please go on mute? It's so disturbing. Who is it? Can you go on mute? Okay, I'll mute all.
Yeah, ma'am, you have a mute all option.
Yeah. But am I audible now? Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
we can hear you, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So then what happened that that friend also, he changed his testimony, right? But then there was this Jessica's sister who was trying to give justice to her sister, because she was the youngest sister of the family, and she was very emotionally attached. If you see the movie, you will understand, right? So she was trying very hard ki somehow she was going to all the people who were there on the restaurant that day, and she was convincing them ki please give testimony, kuch to dekha hoga, something you would have seen, please help my sister because she has been shot dead, don't you feel anything and all that. Okay, but nothing was happening. So she approached this Barkha Dutt. If you would have heard, she is a very famous journalist, right? And then Barkha Dutt, after convincing so much to her, she got ready to take up the case. Now how they got, now the case has been closed, right? So there must be some evidence on the basis of which you can reopen the case, right? Because the case has been closed, and you have to have something on the basis of which you can open the case. But now that we know the case, that everyone has said that हमने तो कुछ देखा ही नहीं, तो how we can say when we haven't seen anything? So this lady, okay, they made a plan, and the plan was so interesting that they went to that friend who was a Calcutta guy, okay, who was Jessica's friend at that time, who was also serving as a bartender along with Jessica. So they went to him and they said that we have this new movie, because obviously he's a struggling actor, and any actor, struggling actor, if you are going with a movie plan to him, obviously he will be ready to say anything and everything to you. So that was their plan. So they went to him that we have this movie plan with you, will you be doing this movie with us? And he was like, of course, I am an actor and I'm waiting for such kind of opportunity and all. So then they slowly said the topic like, but we have heard that you are involved in that case, and what if that case judgment will come back again, and then when we are doing movie in between only you have to leave, and then all our money will be in losses. So then he says that no, you don't worry about it. His father has taken care of everything, and now nothing will happen, okay? Because he has already assured that whoever has seen or whoever was there, that everything will be taken care of, even from the financial aspect. So that was the thing they picked up, okay, and they showed it off that this is what happened, and that's why no one is ready to give testimony in the court. And that's how they opened the case, okay, and then the case went on a fast track. Fast track first time happened. So what is fast track? Fast track is an interesting concept, as the meaning itself says, fast track. So we have to track that case fast, because already so much of time has already been lapsed because of no testimony, no people saying that they have seen anything, okay? So then fast track means something that you have to decide quickly. Maybe a short span will be given to you, that 30 days, 35 days or 1.5 months, and in that you have to decide this case. So that way the Jessica Lal judgment came up, and then they said that no, Manu Sharma is guilty here, okay? So Manu Sharma is the one who shot her dead, and that's why then he was arrested, okay? Now this was the case which I presented. Then our visit was there for the Tihar jail, okay? So moment they entered the Tihar jail, it's a big huge gate, Tihar. If someone would have seen it through school visits or all, I'm not sure, okay? So that was Tihar's experience for me. And then they allowed each one's checking our pockets and all, that okay, you can go inside. Now when we stepped inside, I saw none other than Manu Sharma welcoming us. Okay, and I was like, what the hell, right? Because he is like, he was not like wearing other jail, whoever was jailed there, they were having different kind of uniform. He was wearing nice mango jacket, with all branded clothes, and he were ready to greet us. And he, as I said, because American girls were there, right? So my teachers were very aware that I was very excited of this Jessica Lal subject, because morning only I presented it, and they know how fierce I am, and they were like, okay, Sumedha, you're not asking any questions, because the situation might turn upside down and then we have to answer. So you are not asking any question about Jessica Lal case directly to Manu Sharma. I was like, okay, fine, I will not ask, okay. And then, obviously, because it's a Tihar jail, it's a very big jail, and where when the prisoners are serving, they have to be, they have to get engaged in one or the other things. So there was one big shop where they made a exhibition that these are the things made by prisoners, so if we are interested to buy anything, we can buy. So there I was just searching this bag, okay, because obviously girls, they cannot stop shopping even if it is Tihar jail. So I was seeing this bag, and this Manu Sharma also comes there, and he says, why don't you try this red bag? It's nice. I was like, what? Please, I was trying to controlling myself. And then I was like, okay, fine. And then he started flirting with those American girls, okay? That, oh, you're from this place. I have visited this place several times and all that. He was like speaking, and, he was flirting with them. And then I just approached him, and I was like, you don't look like a prisoner. I mean, what happened? Like what happened? How come you are here? Like you kind of person is here. And then he was like, nothing, just one thing happened, and one incident led to another, and I'll be out soon, chill types. And I was again very furious, okay, because somehow I was thinking that, that answer which will come to you, maybe, some percentage of regretting, or he will be regretful about what he has done, but not even 1% it was there, okay. He shot one girl dead. and there was no regret on his face, and even when he was speaking, there was nothing that he's feeling bad about that, yes, I wouldn't have done that and all that, nothing. Okay, so that was one incident which I myself witnessed, because obviously I am from such a big background college, and this opportunity. uh, so that was one thing, and he was released recently. If you would have heard the news about Mano Sharma, and then during only like when he was in jail, his marriage and engagement was fixed, and all that bullshit happened. So apparently he became the caretaker of the Tihar jail because he was highly educated. Okay, and obviously the other reason was he is the son of the highly influential politician, so obviously that could be one of the reason, right? Then I got to meet Santosh Kumar as well. Now, who is this Santosh Kumar? Okay, so that time Santosh Kumar was also in the jail. So Santosh Kumar is a criminal who was involved in the Priyadarshini Mattu case. Okay, now if you write down the case, Priyadarshini Mattu case. So Priyadarshini was a South Indian, okay, very beautiful girl. She was studying in Delhi. So this fellow was Santosh Kumar was her senior. Okay, so as it happened in school, colleges, that he started stalking her, he started irritating her, and she clearly said so many times that I'm not interested. Please leave me alone. Then also he was not listening to her, and she also went to a police station and complained. But because he was the son of the big police officer, no one registered her complaint. Okay, and obviously if such kind of you are getting such kind of response, that fellow also become like, okay, mera to koi kuch bigad nahi sakta, right? Are you understanding this case, guys, or I'm speaking with myself?
No, I'm getting it.
Okay, fine.
Understood.
Okay, thank you for your response. So, what happened next is one day when her dad was not there, so she was only staying with her dad, she was not having mom. And when that day when her dad was not there, he entered her house. He said that, okay, you have so much attitude because of your face. So he took his helmet and he smashed her face. Okay, so it was so brutal that when they got her dead body, they cannot even identify that she is Priyadarshini. It was that badly hurt. Okay, and then he strangulated with a phone. That time it was a period of the phone calls like BSNL and all that, which used to have wire. It was not a mobile period, right? So he strangulated with that mobile wire, and after that, when she was in this pain and she was like on the verge of dying or almost dead, and even after dead, so he raped her. Okay, and that's how he raped her and he murdered her. And later on, after all these things, when he was in jail, I got to hear, like, I was like, can we meet Santosh Kumar as well? We would like to have a conversation with him because he was also a law student. Then they said he was not just law student, ma'am, he completed it and he's now a lawyer. So every morning he's going at 10 from the jail and he's coming back at 6 p.m. Can you believe it? A murderer, okay, who is serving his sentence in jail. Rather than that, like, he was not just confined to prison, but he was doing paralegal service for Tihar jail. And every morning, like how the other people having life, he used to have the same life, right? 10 o'clock he used to go for court, and 6 p.m. he used to come back. In between, where he's going, what, no one awares, because 6 p.m. he is coming back to jail. So this is what happens when you are a prisoner, but you are from a very influential family, right? And that is what happens. So that was one more incident, okay, from that whole international program. Then because I was a topper, I got invited to attend one of the cyber crime cell. Okay, so in Hyderabad, like every year they conduct this cyber crime cell where all the best IPS, IAS, and all these officers are invited. Okay, uh, and they will have presentations and everything. And believe it or not, but they will have a cell of all the Nalsar toppers. So from first year to fifth year, whoever is the topper of the class, those and the LLM people as well. So they also invite them. So we were seven of us, because from first year to last year, and then the two LLM batches, seven of us were invited for this exciting collaboration which was there with all these influential officers. And that time there was this IPS officer called Mr. Rathod, who was very famous at that time. He was nothing but like how they show it in that movies, right? Full South Indian masala movies, that kind of officer he was. And his speech and everything was so impressive. Oh my god, like you will get such amazing opportunities if you crack and if you get into either Nalsar or NLUs. Yes, again I don't know, but yes, I'm hoping that they too have the similar opportunities, right? So that was one thing. And it was just not that how they portrayed like that this officer is for IPS officer in front of them, right? There will be that nameplate. So similar nameplate was there for us as well, and it was written Nalsar student. You are, it's like you are the best brain in Hyderabad. Okay, so it is that high opportunity and high kind of respect you will be getting if you are from the top college. And if you are a South Indian and if you are like from Andhra, you must be knowing that maximum movies are got shot in Nalsar. So I feel really happy when I see my college. So that is one thing. Then yes, you will be getting scholarships as well. So if you are planning for 2 months, 3 months, exchange program happens, and just because you are from this college, you will get an opportunity to be a part of that exchange program and the other scholarships as well. So that is one thing. And
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, you aren't audible.
Ma'am, we can't
Yes,
hear
ma'am,
you,
you're not
ma'am.
audible.
Are you guys able to hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that was all about Nalsar, and after that, I did an internship with the best lawyer in Bangalore, which was Ravi Verma Kumar. Okay, so Ravi Verma Kumar is a senior advocate, as well as he served even the Advocate General of Karnataka, and recently he resigned. So I was working with him, and obviously because when you are working with such big college, right, so wherever I was going with Ravi Verma, he used to introduce me that, she is from Nalsar, she's from Nalsar and all that. So everyone, like in the high court, they used to recognize me that I am a student from Nalsar and all that. So it was such a pride thing for me, and maybe because I was with him all the time handling cases and all. So one day it so happened that I was sitting in court hall 1. So guys, let me tell you what is court hall 1. Every high court will have the courtrooms, right, from 1 to 30 depending on how many court halls are there. So always, wherever there is court hall number 1, there the CJ of that, that is Chief Justice of that state, sits. So if it is High Court of Karnataka and it's court hall number 1, so Karnataka Chief Justice will be sitting there. Okay, so obviously, like we know, right, everyone gives presentation, and how we will be reading our own presentation when we are going next for our presentation, right, rather than focusing on someone else, like what they are saying, we will be trying to read our own presentation because it's our turn next, right? Can you relate with me on this?
Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so that day, what happened? I was reading my own case because I was going next to present my case in front of CJ. So I was preparing, and I was not at all bothered that what is going on in the court hall, right? And suddenly, CJ of Karnataka, okay, he says, "Yes, madam, you." And I was like, what did I do? Okay, what he's asking, I'm not aware. Is my case already on? Why he's asking me? Why he's pointing me? Because he's the CJ of Karnataka. Like, and then I was like, I just saw around, okay, and everyone was looking at me so hopefully, and they were like, almost like they will congratulate me, and I was like, okay, I don't know what is happening. So I just looked at my senior as in Ravi Verma Kumar, and he was like, yes, of course, she will take the case. And I was like, okay, so some case I'm getting, but I had no clue what is that case, okay? And I got the case file, okay? And that case was a murder case. So my first case, which was given by none other than CJ of Karnataka, okay, it was an honor killing case which happened in Karnataka, that too in Sheshadripuram Law College. Okay, so the honor killing is everyone knows the concept of honor killing, where you kill your own daughter or your
Yes,
own
ma'am.
son because yeah, she is in love with the upper caste person or either lower caste person, and they don't want to happen that uh, because of that their shan and everything will go down, and that's why they will kill their own kids. Okay, so that is honor killing. So this case was the first honor killing case of Karnataka. Okay, and here the law student was involved. Her name was Brahmarambika. Okay, so I then, because I got the case from the High Court, there was no other way that I am not doing it, because I was appointed as amicus curiae of the court. Amicus curiae is nothing but it's a friend of a court. So you just have to act as a friend of a court, and you have to investigate that case and come up with your own study that what do you want to do about that case. Okay, so you are nothing but a lawyer for that case, right? So that was the case. And then because obviously you are getting a first criminal case of your life, right? And that too a first case. Before that, I never handled any independent case because I was just an intern with Ravi Verma Kumar, and he used to handle all the constitutional cases. Because of my specialization, I joined there, and he was also not, he also don't have that experience in criminal because he never handles it. But he was, very sure that I'll be able to handle it, and uh, then it so happened that obviously, because as an investigator I have to go to that particular village where the whole case happened, right? And the whole scenario was so dramatic, right? Like if some producer can write one beautiful story on this whole murder thing. So it so happened that before going to that particular village where the case happened, where the murder happened, uh, the High Court gave me 2 police officers who will be serving as a bodyguard for me, so that if anything goes wrong in the village, they can take care of the situation. So I was unaware of everything, like maybe they have some other agenda, or they want to save the other people and all that. So we were sitting in that police station for more than 2 hours, and these people were not coming only. And then we got so bored because I don't understand Kannada, okay, and how will I investigate then? So obviously I have to take translators with me. So with all this team, I was so excited, and we were stuck in that police station for more than 2 hours. And I was like, okay, now if you are not coming, I'm just leaving, because everyone is, so stuck and so bored. And even then it will be late for us, because we have to also come back to Bangalore before it's evening, right? So then they were like, okay, we are coming, okay. And then there was this huge herd of ships in front of our car, and there also we were stuck for more than 1 hour, and they were just trying to move it. And then somehow we reached to that village very late, like 3-4 hours late from what we were supposed to reach. And then after going there, these people who were the translators, okay, they heard murmuring people that this was the police plan, okay, so to delay the whole thing, because they knew that today the High Court officer is coming, and they wanted everyone to have the same set of statements, so that none of them is saying something else, and I am getting some point that it is a murder. So this was all planned. Even the herd of ships, it was also a plan that, because we should be delayed for our investigation. And then somehow, and when these students, okay, her friends, when they visited her place for the first time after her murder, the situation was whole different situation, and that's why they thought it is a murder, and that's why they only filed the case, okay. But when I went there, the situation was completely different, and everyone was crying, which was not there when it happened, like after her actual death, okay. When her friends went there, no one was crying, and it was such an ordinary atmosphere that how the persons will be when a person is dead at someone's family. They know how the situation will be even for a month, like everyone is sad and crying and all. But when these students went, it was nothing like that. Everyone was happily doing their work as if nothing happened. So when I went there, that situation was upside down, and they were like crying, and they were like, you are also a lawyer, she was also studying law, why we will do that, why we will murder our own daughter. Even our house name is Brahmarambika, because she was the only one who from this village she went, and she was studying in Bangalore, which was such a pride thing for us. How can we do all these things and all? And obviously, because being a daughter and father's daddy's daughter, I was also like, yeah, father can do that and all that, okay. But then I was not having any other option. I have to investigate the case. And then I asked him, can you take me to the place where you have buried her? And that was very suspecting, because whenever someone is dead, they will not do the cremation so fast. So that like cement cremation and all, it takes time to build that. These people did it so immediately, right? Like just today she's dead, and tomorrow they have done even the cement thing and everything. So then I asked whether the post-mortem happened or not, and they were like, no such thing happened, because we don't have that trend in the village. And that's how we did it, because obviously first of all it was such a painful thing for us, and why we will go for all the such things. Then within 2 days my hearing was there, and the first question that CJ asked me is, okay, I don't want to listen what you are like you have come up to. Now what do you want to do? Tell me. And I said that we do not have any other option but exhume the body. Okay. And I just said it. I was not sure whether it will happen or not, because exhuming the body which has been buried, and a proper cremation has happened over the body, I was not sure whether they'll listen. And judge said, exhume the body tomorrow. Okay. And he gave the orders to authorities that the body will be exhumed tomorrow within 24 hours, and the next report should come to me, that is post-mortem, right? And the body was exhumed. I was all over the newspaper in Bangalore that this has the judgment, the amicus curiae has said this, and the judgment has said this, and tomorrow we will get to know what happens after the exhume. So they exhume the body, and again, obviously when they can set all these people in the village, so they can obviously set this person also. So the doctor also said that no, it was not a murder, but it was a suicide. Okay, like what happened in Sushant Singh's case as well. So then I got a call that day, okay, that we heard that this is the judgment that has been come, that you were not able to prove that it was a murder, because the person who has killed her is none other than her brother-in-law. Okay. So brother-in-law means they were three sisters, and she was the middle sister and the eldest sister. Okay. So eldest sister, that brother-in-law, okay, he wanted her to get married to his own brother, and that's why he was trying to convince Brahmarambika. But this Brahmarambika, she was in love with an electrician. Okay. So that the family do not want it to happen. And they wanted, like, everyone wanted her to get married to the brother-in-law's brother, because then ultimately the property and everything will stay in home only and all that, right? So that's the reason that brother-in-law killed Brahmarambika. Okay. But they said that already one sister has been died, right? And if now this brother-in-law will also go in jail, it means that the sister, the only person who is taking care of family, he will also go in jail. And that's why the whole drama happened. Okay. So that was first case of my life, which was a criminal case of honor killing. And all these opportunities, trust me, because you were with a brand, and then you followed the brand because of the college, and all these opportunities comes to you. Otherwise, at that age, like when I just started working, that age, no one gets the chance of being amicus curiae, and that too appointed by a judge, CJ of Karnataka. So that was huge. And trust me, once you get into this college and once you get into this whole new atmosphere, the opportunities will run to you. But for that, now you have to focus on your studies. You just have to focus on the legal reasoning more, because the other things like GK and English and maths is somehow manageable, but the focus is more on the legal reasoning. That's because it's obviously my subject as well. But yes, you have to give equal weightage to all the subjects to crack CLAT. Okay. And I will be teaching you from the next class. We will start directly with the law. Okay. So I hope everyone is excited for legal reasoning classes, because that's the only classes which are related with law, right, rather than English and GK and maths, right? Yes. So I'm looking forward for the next classes. Be attentive in the class. If you're not understanding anything, I will be giving you a gap where I will be asking you questions, and you have to write down your questions to me for me, and you have to ask in that gap. Okay. So let's get ready for the law subject. Let's get ready with the current topics that was related with law, because I'm going to cover everything. And that's it. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Tanmay. Any other one? Any other person has any
No, ma'am,
doubts
no
or
question.
any? Okay, okay. Thank you so much. So I'll wind up the class now. Okay. And have a good evening. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye,
Thank you, ma'am.
everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Mom?